Click on Object Manager and then click on Create. Click on Object Manager from Spreadsheet. Upload a course file here. In the similar way, upload appointment, student and consultant also. Go to Schema Builder. Create a lookup between appointment and student appointment and consultant. The data model should be in this way. To configure the case object, go to Object Manager and click on Case Object and configure it. Next step is to create a Lightning app. There, search App Manager and then create a EduConsult Pro flow. In navigation items, add home, student, courses, consultant, appointment, registration and cases. In user profile, select system administrator profile and save it. Next step is to create a screen flow for student admission application process. For that, in Quick Find, search flows and create a EduConsultant Pro student flow. Create a screen element and save it as student info. Create a create record element and label it as create student record. Create a screen element and label it as course screen, and create a decision element, label it as selecting courses. Under the decision element, create selected IELTS, selected GRE, selected GMAT. Under that, create a get record element for each of the selected elements. Under the get record element, create a create record element, label it as create IELTS registration REC. Likewise, create for every element. Add an action element at the bottom, label it as send email to student, and then create a screen element, label it as success screen and save the flow. Next step is to create a user. To create a user, in home, search user, give the last name as consultant and user license as Salesforce platform, and the profile will be standard platform user, and save the fields. Here in the approval settings, in the manager field, give consultant and save it. Next step is to create an approval process for property object. To create an email template, first create Lightning email template. Enable the option here. Next, go to App Launcher. Click on Email Template. Here, create a new folder. I have created a new folder called Project Template. In that folder, create a new request template. Likewise, create a student rejection template and student request template. Save it as a submission template. Next step is to create an approval process. In the quick find, search approval process, create an appointment approval process and configure this. Next step is to create a record trigger flow. Go to home and in quick find, search flows. Create a new flow. Here we have created Edu Consultant Pro approval flow. Configure start and create an object called appointment. Configure trigger and select a record is created. Here click on action and related records. Uh, and create an action element called approval subflow. Save the flow. Next step is to create a screen flow for existing student to book an appointment. Create an Edu Consultant Pro existing flow. Screen element. Label it as get student info. Next create a get record element. Label it as get REC and create two fields. Name it as student name and email. Next create a screen flow element. Label it as display student details. And display the text. Create a decision element where you have to create an appointment case and where you have to create an appointment and a case. Under the appointment, create a screen element. Label it as appointment booking screen. Next, create a get record element. Label it as get consultant record. Create a screen record. Label it as create appointment. And later create a screen flow element. Later create a screen element. Label it as confirmation screen. Under the case, create a subflow. Label it as create student case. Save the complete flow with Edu Consultant Pro existing student flow. Next step is create a screen flow to combine all the flows at one place. First, add a screen element. Label it as welcome screen and display the text given there. Next, create another screen element. Label it as exist or new student confirmation screen. Next, create a decision element where you have to create an if existing student, if not an existing student. Under the if existing student, create a subflow. Label it as existing student flow. Under the if not existing student, create a subflow called new student flow. Save it as Edu Consult Pro Flow. Next step is to create a Lightning app page. Go to Lightning app builder. Create a Edu Consultant Pro home page and label it as Edu Consultant Pro home page and activate the flow. Save it as Edu Consult Pro home page. Click on save and then activate. In the app and app profile, add system administrator profile and save it.